Okay, I'm about to be in massive traffic here for about the next 35 minutes on the way to Nashville to do a podcast called The Good Dude. And I just want to say that, I've been through addiction. I had terrible addiction in my life, and I've been sober for 12 years, and there's a lot of people out there that need help. There's a lot of men and women out there struggling with addiction and feel like they've hit the end of the road and they don't know where to go to get the help that they need, or they're afraid to ask for it because many addicts believe that the only way that they can fix themselves is to have more of the very thing that is killing them. That's just a truth. We perform this eisegesis on our own life, this evaluation of our own life as addicts, and we tell ourselves that we need this chemical to survive. We've got to have this. This is the only way. It's the only thing that can fix me. Even though everyone around us can see that it's destroying us. We're in this cycle and we can't beat it. But we don't see that. And so when we don't see that, we can't help ourselves. And that's why oftentimes addicts out there, you know what I'm talking about. You don't want to be doing this. This is not the end game. You did not expect your life to turn out this way. Especially those of you that are getting close to a bottom, you know that the end is coming. And I got to tell you, don't fight it. If it's coming and you end up in a rock bottom situation, this is not a bad thing, because now you're probably going to have the willingness to want to make a change. You're going to be willing to attempt to get the help that you may need to get in order to get through this moment in your life. It is not easy. No question about it. Your brain that has gotten you sick is not the brain that's going to get you out of the addiction that you are struggling with. Remember that. You're going to need help. And that's why rock bottom is not such a bad thing. Because when you hit rock bottom, you, like I said, now have this ability to say, I can't do this alone. And the fact is this, you can't. You've been doing it for how long, the way you've been doing it, and how's it going? Right? How's that working for you? It doesn't work. In fact, addicts are probably some of the most stubborn people that you will ever meet in your life. And the funny thing about addiction is that you do this thing over and over again. And oftentimes we expect that the next time will be better, or that something is going to change, but we make no changes. So we're doing the same thing over and over again. And then we are expecting this different result, and it will never happen. And our expectations of that happening are often inversely proportional to our serenity. So we have no serenity because we have these expectations that are never going to be met, and we're caught in a cycle, a vicious cycle of addiction that has us wrapped up in believing a storyline and a narrative that is never going to be successful, but we believe it, and that is why it is such a vicious thing. That is why addiction is really the only disease that tells you you don't have it. You don't have to worry about that. That's what addiction does. And you're right to be afraid. If you're afraid and you're drinking or you're using drugs or you're addicted to something, you're right to have fear about it, but don't let yourself be condemned. Don't let yourself be isolated and shamed, because that's exactly what the enemy wants. That's exactly what this voice in your head is telling you. Hey, you did this bad thing. It's going to tempt you. It's going to say, one more time won't hurt. It's fine. Go ahead. Have a drink. Go ahead. Watch pornography. Go ahead. Go gamble. Do what you want to do. You're going to win this time. It's going to say all of those things. But at the end of the day, it's a lie. And then when you lose all your money, or you drink again, or somebody catches you watching pornography and you fail, and then you feel terrible, terrible shame, horrible, awful shame, that is again the enemy shaming you. So the very thing that tempts you is the very thing that shames you as well. You're not worthy anymore. God doesn't love you. He doesn't care about you. Why would he want you? You're a sinner. You're a terrible person. Look what you do with your life. And then the cycle begins again. Now you feel all this shame. You need to numb the pain. You need to kill that pain because it hurts. And so what do? You use it again. And the cycle begins over again. And this is the definition. This is the definition of insanity. You do not have to be caught in that cycle, but you must endure through this, and you must get help, because I tried to do it alone and I wound up on a bathroom floor in a hotel room after being charged with a DUI and a busted neck with 25 staples in my forehead, crying out to God. That was my low. And I don't want you to have that low. If you're getting close to a bottom right now, accept it. Tell the truth, be honest. Reach out and get help, because that is how you will solve this. And there are other roads. Remember, rock bottom is just the end of the road, right? It's a road that was never going to go anywhere. So it's a blessing when it comes to you. When it comes to you, it's a blessing. You have to embrace that moment of rock bottom and say, thank you, God. I'm finally at a place where I can no longer do this crap. And that's when you start to win. That's when things start to change, because there are other roads for you to go down. You just can't see them. You're locked into this one road that you're in. You're zoned into this belief that you've created for yourself as an addict, that you must have this thing or you just won't be able to make it. You won't be able to survive. And that is the addiction lie. Don't get caught in it. You can do it. You can pull yourself out of this if you get help. If you have people in your corner helping root for you and teaching you the structure that you need to have success. You can do it. You can do it. Life can change. Rock bottom is not the end. It's just a launch pad.